Welcome, everybody, to Cleaver TV. This is NXT 31 Takeover Predictions. I'm the Cleaver Colin Andrew. That's the gentleman, Jerry Slaughter. How's it going, folks?
Going superb this morning. Just got off work a little while ago, but I'm ready to do some predicting. Our first one for the new year for No DQ.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot the year starts over.
Yep.
Was it what do we do? Is in the fiscal year or whatever, like the insurance companies do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so we're gonna start off with a bang, I guess. NXT Takeover. Can't go any bigger than that.
No title, but it's for points. Points are important.
Points are important. So,
This
with
was gonna
that,
be tough.
oh, it is. It really is. Like, I'm looking at the card and I'm like, man, there's so many ways this can go, but again, what are we gonna get? So, I mean, we'll start off with the Cruiserweight Championship. Santos Escobar defending against Isaiah Swerve Scott. This should be an interesting match because we have had a build between these two for how long now? It's been a couple months, right?
Since the initial Cruiserweight interim championship tournament, yeah. He's the only one that actually beat Santos Escobar back when he was El Hijo de Fantasma.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So now, with NXT UK getting started again, and Sami Zayn coming back and claiming his rightful Intercontinental Championship, when are we going to get Jordan Devlin showing up to claim hold of his Cruiserweight Championship that Escobar has been flaunting around like it's his? But before we get to that, I will make my prediction, and I'm saying a championship retention in one hell of a match, and I see either Jakeem Wild or Raul getting involved in some fashion, some way. I know last time we had that little Mexican mask with something in it that he headbutted him with, and this, that, and the other, but I see Phantasma getting the victory. Well, I say Phantasma as a whole, but Escobar getting the victory. But post-match, I see Jordan Devlin, for some reason, showing up and just holding his belt up at the edge of the ramp. And we lead to whatever with that. Can we make it wait until another takeover? Because supposedly this year, according to CBSSports.com, we're getting another one in December. So, yeah, it's like right at the beginning of December, I'm pretty sure, like December 6th or something. But yeah, so I'm going championship retention leading up to championship.
Unification.
I guess you can call it a unification, but yeah. Yeah. Jerry, what do you think on this, bud?
That's the only way that I see like this working. Swerve's gonna put in an awesome effort like he always does. Like I'm starting to see him as almost like the Shelton Benjamin right now of NXT. He's like a human highlight reel, but he'll never really get the respect he deserves there. And he probably won't get when he goes up to the main roster after a while either. They'll probably stick him with
Ricochet.
No, it won't even be Ricochet. They'll just make him part of Street Profits or something as an unofficial third member.
Oh God!
Him hitting on Bianca Belair because he's that confident and make him a heel. That'd be really cool. But
change the Swerve to Swag.
Yep. Because his confidence. But yeah, I would like to see Jordan Devlin show up and make his intentions known. But even then, I could see Santos Escobar winning the match between him and Jordan Devlin, and Devlin going back to NXT UK and making a bid for either the Heritage Cup or just going right after Walter again. So my pick is for Santos Escobar to retain.
Well, I mean, he could be that wild card that shows up. Just saying, today. So, yeah, all right. So we're both on the Escobar train. Moving on, we got a little bit of a grudge match here. We got Kushida versus the Velveteen Dream. I mean, this is a grudge match, but again, it's only really had like three little things to it. We saw Dream take out Kushida, and then Kushida totally flip and take out Dream. And then last night we got a little promo from Dream after Kushida's match. And I mean, if I'm going to let you start on this real quick, and I'll finish what I was saying. So I'm going to let you start on this.
Well, really not much of anything since he's been back. And short of lose to Adam Cole, but then just television. And he's got so much heat on him from all of his like outside stuff. I think by now they would have gotten rid of him, but seemingly they're either really high on him or just off of the drama at this point. Either way, I could actually see them have him get a win over Kushida in this match. So I'm going to go with Velveteen Dream.
I'm going to go with Kushida because pretty much of what everything you just said, too. He's got a shit ton of heat on him. Like, how many people have been, uproars about Fire Velveteen Dream, Fire Velveteen Dream? And he really hasn't done shit since he came back, kind of. I mean, exactly. He had that brawl, like you said, with Adam Cole. He went away. All these accusations and things came up. Okay, if it was like the first time this happened, whatever. But this is like the second or third time this shit has happened. So I'm going to go with Kushida to pick up a victory as kind of a punishment to Dream, I guess you could say.
Just take some more of the shine off them, or possibly for make them available for the draft.
Possibly that could be it. I mean, I could see Friday Night SmackDown getting them.
That's what happens to WWE. You fail upward.
That's true. I mean, look at Matt Riddle. He lost, and now he's doing things with the SmackDown brand. And pretty much everyone has lost their go-home match. I mean, Keith Lee lost his title, and then boom, he gone. Yep. Mia lost the match. She gone. Well, let's not talk about her.
Basically, if they didn't see Riddle losing clean to King Corbin and kind of say, it's like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just stay down here.
Yeah. Pretty much. But moving on to the North American Championship, we have Damian Priest defending against Johnny Gargano. This should be an interesting match, especially after what we saw last night on NXT. We saw Io Shirai and Damian Priest tag team against the Garganos, Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano, and the ending was brilliant. But here's my old philosophy, and it really does not let me down. Both Garganos were holding those titles above their head at the end of the show.
Yep.
I mean, what do I do here? I actually pick Damian Priest to retain on this one because I don't see both Garganos winning in one night for some reason yet. I mean, I just have, especially this is going to be Damian's first title defense, or is it second? I don't know. Has he defended it on NXT TV yet? I cannot remember.
Yeah, he beat Tim Thatcher.
Oh, that's right. So it is his second defense. So technically he could drop it. But I see Candice getting a belt before Johnny. So.
You know why that is? Because that's just good fucking television. Johnny Gargano is like the perfect cheerleader for Candice LeRae. And I think for that same reason, I'm actually going with a title retention from Priest as well. Because I like the idea of Candice LeRae winning her match and Johnny losing his, but at the same time, like him being still that super supportive, obnoxious husband that he always is.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere down the line, like he'll either cost her the belt or find some sort of weird loophole where he gets to fucking win it and become like
extra Grand Slam champion, I guess.
Joanna Gargano just shows up on NXT television one night.
It'd be like fucking Butters when he was margarine.
Yeah.
God.
And like he'll be like that. Like he'll be the first person to ever hold every last title in NXT, like that way, even the women's.
Right. Then we'll send him over to UK and dress him like a vaudevillain and have him go after Walter.
Johnny Gargano.
Oh, Johnny Gargano. But anyways, we're getting way into the weeds on this one.
Gargano.
But we're gonna flip right into the NXT Women's Championship match: Io Shirai against Candice LeRae. If I didn't make my pick clear enough in the last match, I'm going Candice. But I'm going Candice due to help and distraction from Johnny after he loses his match already.
Yep.
So
I'll go ahead and say this, blessed enough to see their first match in Toronto. Like Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. And I was actually one of those people that was kind of skeptical. I was like, why is this on a takeover? Like this match just kind of came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden we're expected to care about it. And sure enough, it pretty much stole the show at that in Toronto. And I think they're going to do it again this time around, but like the roles are pretty much going to be reversed because Io Shirai at that point was pretty much the heel, and Candice LeRae was the face in this one. And now the roles have completely reversed, and I like both the way they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Io Shirai's been a fighting champion. She's not going to lose anything by losing this title. If anything, it'll make her work harder to get it back again. And then it opens up a whole other like wave of feuds that could happen, especially with Rhea Ripley still looming around too. Rhea Ripley versus Candice LeRae would make some awesome matches. So I'm going to go with LeRae winning the belt.
All right, we were in agreement on that one. And yeah, too bad that Tegan Knox suffered another torn ACL because we could have got another sweet feud there. But
they cut off the legs, just replace them with robotic legs at this point. Space leg, like you said it, Dan. I mean, Jesus.
3 out in 4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
3 and 4 years.
I think that's a fate's telling her that she either needs to stop wrestling or I'm not sure what, but it's not.
How about, like, I mean, I don't want to see it because she actually really is a good athlete, but just go train. Just go train people.
Yeah.
Float back and forth between both the PCs. One over there, one over here. Float back and forth. Screw it.
Oh, that'd be really neat for her to head up the women's division over in NXT UK. That would be really cool.
It would be. I mean,
either be almost like the general manager for that division, or or both.
She'd be the blue pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be blue pants. But moving to the main event, speaking of Toronto, the gentleman that you met there, Finn Balor, defending his North NXT Championship against Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
The
we're downplaying this match. This match is going to be a beast.
Yeah, this is all right. So obviously we know there's a big COVID outbreak playing out in NXT right now. So things got shifted. There has been reports from Triple H that there was this plan to push Kyle O'Reilly as a babyface. Just kind of happened a little sooner in a singles role and stuff like that. And so he won a elimination gauntlet match. Basically, gauntlet eliminator, whatever the terminology they used, but
that was just a weird match.
It was very weird, but yeah, Kyle O'Reilly picked up the victory and is now moving on to face Finn Balor, who last night we saw a video package. No, it wasn't really a video package. It's like a prime target. It was technically was a video package. It was pre-taped. Interview with Finn, Kyle, moderated by Shawn Michaels, who didn't sell shit from his attack by Randy Orton on Monday, by the way. But so Kyle was talking about how, as soon as he got to the United States, Finn left for Japan. And as soon as he got to Japan, Finn left for NXT. And then as soon as he got to NXT, Finn left for WWE.
Yeah.
In roster. So he's always been chasing him. He's always wanted to do this. He's always wanted to fight him. Then we got Finn Balor saying it's pretty much nothing but a punk. I'm going to punk you out, yada, yada, yada. That's really basically everything I got out of Balor last night, which is him I'm going to steamroll over you.
Pretty much.
But here's the time where you can really, really make a star.
Mm-hmm.
And do you pull the trigger is the thing that I want to know. Do you have Balor lose in his first defense? It's happened to Johnny.
Yeah.
Do we put Balor as a transitional champion to put it back on someone from the Undisputed Era to set up a bigger feud down the line? Because, yes, we saw Adam Cole saying he's so happy for his friend, and his friend's going to beat the shit out of Finn Balor, and he stood up to Austin Theory after Theory was running his mouth about Kyle O'Reilly and the rest of the Undisputed Era. It was just going to be some type of swerve. If he does win the title, we're going to have an evolution moment. I know you posted something on Facebook in the armbar thing I posted on. I can't remember the exact phrase you used, but
pretty much like my idea at that point. I've changed since then, but at that point, it was Adam Cole was going to give Kyle O'Reilly the thumbs up and then do a thumbs down thing with like Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong holding up Kyle O'Reilly. But then Adam Cole tried to tell them to drop Kyle O'Reilly, but then they don't. They let him set him down gently, and they all turn on Adam Cole, which would be a cool swerve.
But where are you sitting currently?
Where I'm sitting currently now, though, is after I heard Kyle O'Reilly say this is going to be the next wave of the Golden Prophecy for the Undisputed Era, and the only person I can actually see running the Golden Prophecy is Adam Cole. So I'm thinking he's going to be on the cusp of winning, and Adam Cole is going to somehow screw it up for him, and Finn Balor is going to retain. And that's going to set up more dissension between the two of them. It's going to split the Undisputed Era right in half. Because, not really right in half, I think Bobby Fish will side with Kyle O'Reilly, but then Roderick Strong will just flat out walk away. He won't even want to take part in any of it and kind of do his own thing. And then that would set up for Adam Cole Kyle O'Reilly for even just being a number one contenders match for Finn Balor at that point.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, for some reason, man, I mean, as much as I'd love to see it, I don't see that belt coming off of Balor anytime soon. It's going to be one hell of a match. We could have one of those swerves where, there is like a 3 count, but the referee's down, and we kind of have like a thing like Bayley, for example, okay? Yeah. Remember when Bayley took the ref shirt off and counted to 1, 2, 3 at Horror Show for Sasha to win the Raw Women's title? Maybe we could see Adam Cole count to 1, 2, 3 for O'Reilly, but then the next week goes right back to, or even that night, and it gets restarted by Regal. Or I don't know. There's 100 different ways we can do this, but I want to see a very unique ending.
That's something you don't really get with the main WWE products of Raw and SmackDown. You don't get like this choose your own adventure thing where you have like 5 different pages you can turn. It's usually very cut and dry lately, especially with the WWE. Mm-hmm. But like with NXT, especially with this main event, they've actually turned something that people were like, meh, into something like, hey.
No, if you haven't seen the full interview between O'Reilly and Balor from last night, I definitely recommend tracking it down on YouTube.
Earlier, I did a little bit of homework before I got home.
Nice, but it was a really, really great promo, especially coming off of the main event that we had at Clash Champions. I'm really hoping for something big from this show. Triple H said something that
Like,
NXT and NXT UK or sorry NXT and NXT Takeover is supposed to have like a different feel to it as of the next going forward, I guess. But we'll see. I need
answers.
girls jumping on trampolines. But I need something. I really liked what was the last one we had? Takeover 30, and then we had In Your House before that. I think In Your House I was let down a little bit with, and then I got some redemption from 30. But I'm hoping this one really, really rocks out of the park. And one thing I wish they would do is let this takeover happen at the Thunderdome.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing that they are screwing NXT over with is not having any type of thing like that, especially for the bigger pay-per-views. Like when we had 30, we had SmackDown at Thunderdome, NXT at Full Sail, and then the next two nights in a row at Thunderdome.
From what I gather, Triple H just didn't want any part of the Thunderdome thing. He felt
Yeah.
he felt the crowd. Granted, like he felt the NXT crowd at the Performance Center felt a little more organic, and that was cool. But at the same time, you can't really have a lot of organisms around with a freaking pandemic.
Especially when the pandemic broke out and last week on NXT, half the people that they wanted in the crowd ended up in a women's battle royal. So that area is small. They can get away with it. Like if you saw how big it got for Clash of Champions compared to the week before on Raw, how much they added to that Thunderdome.
Yeah.
It just went up so much higher, so much higher. Like you can get away. You can really get away with not much from Full Sail because it is so small, and it would bring that feel back to it. Because the one advantage I'll give AEW right now is when they're fans that are in the crowd, like, even if it's other wrestlers, it's a whole different atmosphere. I mean, granted, they don't have the plexiglass up like last episode I watched, though. They didn't. They might now. I don't know, but. I wish they would just give it to them. That's all I'm going to say on that. So
Yeah,
just let them have it. They got their WrestleMania moment canceled. You know, they got shit on forever.
I do think it's kind of weird that we're not getting a tag team match at the show either.
I mean, we could, but we have not finished out that number one contenders match.
Yeah.
So I think it's weird too, but they've also been giving the tag team titles a lot of TV time as of late, which is great. So.
Oh yeah. Basically, at this point, they can't have them face Imperium again because that's just going to completely steamroll any momentum for Imperium coming back in NXT UK.
Mm-hmm.
So, who would be face at this point? There's really not a lot of teams there.
Well, I mean, if you finished out the number one contenders match, which is going to be Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Undisputed Era's Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong, you finish that out, and then you have your number one contender. But again, how many tag teams do you really have left in NXT? Yeah. Not many, because the Broserweights are gone.
Yep.
Imperium's going back. I mean, who could you bring down? Because you just released a bunch of people.
And at this point, like if you put Drake Maverick and
Killian Dane,
like in that match with Breezango, it just becomes a full on comedy match.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I hate to say, Lucha House Party is kind of breaking up and losing steam. Bring them back to NXT and put them in the tag division.
Can you imagine a match between them versus like like El Phantasma.
Yeah. I
That'd
mean,
be
honestly, I think we might have seen that on 205 Live. They actually do have some episodes of that left,
yeah.
but I don't know.
Noah.
Right?
Noah.
Ah.
Burning somewhere.
But anyways, that is going to wrap up this edition of NXT Takeover 31 predictions here on Cleaver TV. Jerry, thanks for stopping by. What's your excitement level for this show, though? 1 through 5. How we feeling?
I give it 3 3/4. I'm not really watching a lot of it at this point, and they kind of hastily threw it together, but at the same time, that's just Triple H's style. Like when the whole thing went down with Ciampa, he threw together a whole bunch of stuff like all at once. That's another factor for that main event. It's the fact that
Tommaso Ciampa.
O'Reilly like pretty much got in Ciampa's face like a couple weeks ago about his treatment of Jake Atlas. So I wouldn't put across Ciampa to make his presence known in that match.
Yeah, because we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him in a bit, so
So
we'll see.
that'd be the ideal thing. I just think it's okay. I'm gonna say this right now. Karrion Kross is a disappointment. Like he's like come back and we're like, oh, when's the next time he's gonna be injured now? Like
You win the belt, you drop it. He pulled a Finn Balor, shoulder
yeah,
and everything.
yeah. So that just was horrible because we had Keith Lee drop the belt, and now he's almost like a Raw limbo at this point. And now we have now we have Karrion Kross gone. And don't get me wrong, I love Finn Balor being champion. Finn Balor's my boy, but uh, it feels kind of forced and generic. That was my initial thoughts. Is the fact that Finn Balor was like really entirely too cocky going into his match against O'Reilly, and that would end up costing him the match. But too many different factors go into the fact that O'Reilly is not going to win the match.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, man, we will see how it goes this Sunday.
Mhm.
And for now, thanks for stopping by, people. Where can they find Jerry at?
You can find me on Twitter at Gerald_JSJ and Instagram at the_gentleman_slaughter. And also my Facebook group Armbar, all capital ARMBAR, exclamation point. Uh, Wrestling memes, wrestling discussions. We try to do stuff in there. And check out Noah Foster's YouTube channel. And Jen Zalaski, she still does her Gen XT reviews as well. So check those out too.
Such a good name.
Clever girl. Clever.
Such a good name. But yeah, Noah Foster 210. There'll be a link in the description. But for now, I am the Cleaver Colin Andrew. You can follow me at nodq.com/Colin. That will take you to my Twitter page. And yeah, click that like button, click that share button, click the subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time here for predictions.